quick audio test. Hello guys. I'll just get the desktop audio out. Wait for my flight sim to load and then I'll turn on the other thing for you guys. I believe I think I might have had the new graphics card last time I streamed. I think I did. Yeah, I did. I think. Well, that's that. Been quite a while since I've streamed. Been busy over the last couple of weeks, going all over the place, and yeah, so back in. No stream tomorrow, as I am busy as well. But tonight, by this point, yeah, I thought, yeah, there's some time, so let's do a bit of flying. So my game is now loaded, so I can get this up for you guys. Where is it? The start. So turn that off, and Fsx overlay should start working. In a bit. I've literally just started the flight now, so it should come up now. I've just started. I need to wait a minute maybe for it to all connect together, but yeah. And there you go. The Fsx overlay is up. Looks all accurate to me. That reminds me, there's actually one thing I have missed, which is Skytrack. So let's get that up. So start flying club flight. There you go. So everything's all just. We're just gonna wait on GSX to start up. I'm not gonna use GSX as I've already fueled this thing up. What I do need to do, however, is flight planner. That's it. So 2 flights today. We're going from here in Zell am See down to, well, it's registering as Anna Beagle on Fly UK, but on ProjectFly and on Fsx it's registering as Klagenfurt. VFR direct. This is suggesting 13,000 feet. Okay, I don't know how accurate that is, but we'll go with it for now. So I'll save that now. And we can get the GPS up actually, which I'm going to have in an external view over here. It's been a while since I've arranged all these tabs, so there. I can place my phone somewhere. Probably, it's really difficult finding a place where it doesn't block anything I want to see. Looks like it'll stand up between the monitors. That's alright. Right, GSX looks like it's given it as started, so let's go ahead and start up this plane. So it's 75 miles. It's a very long flight, this one, compared to a lot of the others we do. So let's start getting this thing pushed back, I think. Just check it's all working on YouTube's end of things. Stream health is registering as being good, so no problem here. So it's a 75-mile one, quite long, down to Klagenfurt, and then it's a little bit of a shorter hop then across to Ljubljana, only 26 miles. Right, let's have a look at the terrain for today, actually. So it looks like, if we zoom in, there's no real passageway. Maybe we can just park down here, maybe, and then follow that down. But it doesn't look like too high ground. So I think we can just go mostly direct today at an altitude of about, let's try 10,000 initially. Start pushing this thing back. I don't get why when you push back it turns that thing off. It confuses me. And we are departing, by the looks of that, to the southeast. So I can go with either one. Wait and see on the audio. Start pushing this thing back. I don't get... Yeah, so there's not too much of a delay on the stream today, which is pretty good. Just need to change that actually. What the? Why am I pushing back onto the runway? Okay. I didn't pick this up when we landed here last time. But okay. So wait and see what direction we're departing in. It's looking like more east, I think. 1-2 is the direction we're departing in, so definitely east. What does the compass say? East. In fact, almost directly east, so we're departing east. So we've already taxied here. I should have waited before, really, shouldn't I? That reminds me, set flaps 1. Right, acknowledge taxi clearance because we're already there. And then immediately request, we should have done this earlier. Also, just to let you guys know, I've installed some new general aviation AI packs. I only had 2 installed previously. I have about 8 or 9 now. So hopefully we can see a bit more of, you know, GA traffic. This one hasn't actually got a 3-letter code, which means it doesn't have a terminal. But the next 2 airports we're going to do, Ljubljana, in fact, I think is a little bit of a main airport. Klagenfurt, I think there's only maybe a couple of local flights to Vienna, but apart from that, I don't think there's much in the way of traffic there. This thing is not touching. This thing is not going off. Right, come on. Don't want to hit the trees. Don't want to hit the trees. We might have hit the trees. Who knows? But I don't care. Right. And then turn this thing gradually. Now, this thing is difficult to control. I haven't flown it in a while. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the NASCAR heat streams as well. I've been enjoying recording them, so that's good. Right, let's get the autopilot plugged in now. And hopefully this is the track I'm meant to be going on. Whether I can climb enough to make it, you know, good. I'm not going to be able to climb enough then, am I? Looking at that. So I'm going to have to wait until it gets a little bit better. A little bit lower before I can actually climb. This is, again, the benefits. Well, not benefits, the nice parts of VFR flying. So we'll head straight on and then curve round, I think. Because this is a valley, so we follow it round until we get a bit. There you go. We'll tune to Vienna Centre. So that's 4,000 feet. We're trying to get, I think 10,000 will be enough. Looking at this, it's going to take us about half hour. Remind me, I need to set the clock. It can take us quite some time to get up there. A lot of aeroflots in the area. But it's going to take, it's quite a long flight, this one, a bit longer than we normally do. There's a little dip here, yes there is. I'm going to take that, because I think by the time that little dip ends, By the time that dip ends, we should be able to get up. Should we? I think so. It's quite a long little sort of valley by the looks of it. Oh my, yeah, it is. So that's the perfect little opening we wanted to help us gain that altitude in time. We're meant to be again heading off somewhere this way, but I might have to stick around this valley for a little bit longer before we do that because of, you know, terrain restrictions, if that's what you want to call them. So that's 5,500 feet now. This is saying on ETA is 7:30, which is about 27 minutes, which is exactly pretty much what our GPS is saying. I do forget I have that like little overlay that you guys can look at. You can see sort of what we're flying, where we're going, that sort of thing. Quite cool. So we're coming up to 6,000 now, which you guys can see from the overlay. I do forget that. And oh, so I might be able to go straight on here, I think, and then make it up that way. Because we're still climbing at the moment. What is the altitude of our destination? I'd like to know that. It is 1,500, so it's not particularly high. And here we are, we're at the proper altitude here. Oh, there you go, there's a citation, a Cessna citation. So that's one of the GAs that I installed that wasn't previously there. There were some of them that were quite big packs, so I'm expecting lots of them about the place. Right, now we're up to the altitude. I can pretty much go straight on now, because altitude is not much of a problem with us, so that means I can turn on the nav. Is it the nav hold switch for now? I think it is. Or not. I'm trying clicking nav, but nav doesn't really do anything.
Transit 136, turn right heading 315, resume own navigation.
The flight director's turned on though.
Heading 315, proceed on course.
It's probably something in the settings. I haven't flown this thing. It's not heading, is it? No, it's not heading.
Iberia 3577, turn right heading 250, proceed on course. Aeroflot 275.
Or whatever the button is. Right, let's actually turn this down to 8,000. Because I don't appear to need to go any higher than that. Actually, let's go 9,000.
India Mike Foxtrot, Vienna Center, Roger. The GN 531, Vienna Center, Roger.
Because this is trying to follow navigation when I want to follow GPS. Just can't find any button for it. Where is the nav button though? Seriously, like, do I control it somewhere from here? That's the 2D cockpit. And it only goes up to that, so it's... Oh, here you go. It was down there somewhere. And now I've switched it to GPS mode. Cool. Where was that switch? It was like a brown switch. And I saw it using the virtual cockpit. But I can't find that in here. It'd be under here, switches, I think. Cannot see it anywhere. It just isn't anywhere, like, it's nowhere here. I don't think. It was like a brown switch. But it's just nowhere. Okay, so if I ever want to do that then, it's advised I go into the 2D cockpit, obviously, and do it. That's so odd. So in the 2D cockpit, it's like, yeah, a brown button by the fuel pumps.
Turn right heading 335, climb and maintain flight level 360.
Where are the fuel pumps and the switches? That might help me find it then. I don't see any fuel pump switches either, quite weirdly. That's the parking brake. These are de-icing. That's the fuel pump there. So they should be somewhere around there then, shouldn't they? That's the landing gear. I honestly can't find it. Okay. That's probably one of the weirdest things I've ever come across, that. The fact that you can't seem to be able to turn it between GPS and nav without going into the virtual cockpit. No, not the virtual one, the 2D one. That's really odd. Okay. Let's stay full throttle for now. Are we up to 9,000? Yep. Is that enough to get over this bit up here? You know what, let's just to be safe, let's go up to 10,000. We'll climb really slowly to try and maintain speed. Well, that's not going to happen. We're just crawling like a snail instead. So 16 minutes this is saying it should take us now to get to our destination. So we've evened out at 9,200 feet, which looks like enough to clear this bit. Looks lovely out the window. We're not quite 30 miles away yet, so I can't request any sort of landing. Like, is that an airfield there? It's not, is it? Surely. I doubt it is. It's like, oh, it's a lake, I think, possibly. Looks like the terrain might sort of start to even out a little bit up here. So I might need to disconnect from navigation at some point to try and follow a valley through. There's a plane up there. Might not be able to see it from this distance. That's the back of the contrail, I think. No, can't see it from this distance.
Condor 480, turn right heading 160, climb and maintain flight level 240.
Honestly cannot tell what that is, so
Turn right heading 160,
shame.
climb and maintain flight level 330. Turn right heading
Got some clouds here. Looks like we can actually make it through if there's nothing behind this cloud that I haven't accounted for. What the? Did that cloud just move? Or like, are we going through it, or? It's still here, it's just much lighter. Inside the cockpit, it's non-existent. Okay. Okay. 14 minutes, this is saying it's going to take us. It is a longer flight, this one. We've been going 10 minutes already, and I started slightly late. Yeah, hope you guys enjoy these streams. I enjoy putting them on. Sounds like the audio is doing good.
61, turn right heading 300, proceed on course. Turn right heading 300.
A little bit of lag there in the clouds. There's a lot of clouds. Lots of clouds, even though I've got them turned to minimum. Because as we know in this game, you know, I mean, my other PC, like with the 1063 gigabyte and the AMD Ryzen 7, still can't run clouds. It lags whenever you go through. It must be a glitch with the game. It's stupid. Whenever you go through clouds, it just lags the game out for no apparent reason. It's really, really stupid. I don't get what is so special about clouds that causes them to lag the game out, but they do. And we can see there my FPS went from 57 to 51 in that cloud. And it was a really basic, you know, just small cloud even. It wasn't even thick cloud. So you can imagine what it's like in thick cloud, which is what gets bad. Right, I can start to see this popping up on my GPS now. We're 42 miles off. We start with 65% fuel in the tank. We've got 60%. So we should be good to do the second leg without refueling, which is good. That's what we want. And this leg is still inside Austria, and then after taking off, just those small 25 miles will take us into Slovenia, I think it is. I believe. Hopefully I'm not getting that wrong. I know that's what I put in the title. I'm fairly sure last time I searched up the location of Ljubljana, it was in Slovenia. But, you know, just gotta hope, I guess. Also, it is in a little valley, the airport, so I will have to descend quite quickly, I think. Down from 9,200 all the way down to 1,500. That's the best I can do at the moment. But for now, we are just going on nicely. In about 7 miles' time, we'll be able to contact them via the nearest airport list, because they show up 30 miles before. So currently there's not a single airport within 30 miles of us. That's nuts. There's normally plenty of it, but looks like we've got a small bit of turbulence there from the cloud. And if I look over there slightly, it puts about 10 FPS down on the game for no apparent reason other than a cloud. How amazing, a cloud. This game is something else. But after this set of mountains here, it dips down. You can see possibly a lake, a little valley or something down there. That's where our airport is. And once we get over this mountain, the mountains do start to go down a little bit. So once we pass the sort of thicker area of the mountains, I will start to descend, because I'd rather be as low as possible, really, for our landing. Nice and straightforward this leg's been. Normally I have to manage the, you know, where we're going, off autopilot a lot more. We haven't had many problems yet. And we are 32 miles out. So this should start appearing in the list in the next, you know, minute, really. As soon as we hit 30 miles, it's showing up now, Klagenfurt, and we're 31 miles away. So we'll tune their tower. They have got a tower, so we'll request full stop landing. So they've got a tower. So we're landing runway 28 is the plan. So acknowledge that. Runway 28 is, I'm fairly sure, backwards to where we're heading right now. Where's opposite to where we're heading? We're heading 1-2, so I'm not very good at this, sort of knowing what's opposite to us. It's like, what do I do? It's 270 opposite. That's west, and we're basically heading east. So it is pretty much opposite. It's facing west. Gives us a bit more time to descend though. You can see now, look, the mountain range is dipping, so we'll go down to 8,000 to make life just a little bit easier when we descend later on. Because being just that little bit closer to our destination in terms of altitude wise is always handy. We've still got 26 miles to run, so it says make right traffic, so we're going to head to the right, I think, and then sort of loop round. Let's actually go, I'll go onto my GPS, select approach, NDB runway 28 vectors, activate. I'm not going to follow it, but it'll tell me. Actually, the ILS might be a bit more reliable. I don't know. That's what we're going to follow anyway, because it'll help direct me then. That way, we're not actually going to follow it, but it'll help me get in place from the airport. So we're passing quite close to 8,000 feet now, which is what we want. So we're back down to about 8,000, so that means we are a little bit lower. It still have to descend quite a bit, but it's good enough. So the airport is literally just ahead, and we want to, by the looks of it, maybe head slightly to the right, ever so slightly, to sort of cross the airfield and then loop in, you know? That is the plan. Hopefully it works. And we can also descend now to 7,000. Well, not 6,500. It's so flat now. 6,000. Because it's got a lot flatter now. So my altitude matters a little bit less. And we'll throttle back slightly as well. So we're only 26 miles from, that's from the NDB, so the airport's even closer. That looks like an airport. So as I said, like that is the plan. Can I select another runway? No. Won't let me. Oh well. So we are stuck with that particular runway then. Also, from what I remember, you don't do any flaps on landing with this thing, because flaps just make it like want to dive, as far as I remember, which is quite hard to control and generally results in rough landings. So we don't want that. That is definitely an airport, because I can see little. Well, actually, they're electricity pylons. Never mind. That's the airport, and there's the runway. So despite this thing has a tower, I doubt anything flies here in this AI package, judging by how small the airport looks. Right, let's actually turn to the left, because it'll be a bit quicker. So we'll loop round that way. And I'll take this thing down to 5,000 feet now, so it can be ready on approach. We'll be a lot lower on approach then, which is nice. It's a bit less rushed then. Plane up there. I think I might be able to see it even. Yes, I can. What is it? Thomas Cook, I think. Condor, that'll be. In this part of the world, in that livery. I know, because obviously Thomas Cook are still on here. Because they're quite old AI packs. Rip Thomas Cook. They're still alive in the game. Same with Air Berlin and Be My Baby. All the airlines that were good and went bust. And I'm sure there's many others that I cannot remember. They're just the ones that sort of spring to mind. I think WoW Air is also one. Aren't they relaunching a different brand at some point? Oh, there is. Cool. That's the evidence of my new AI packs. We've got an AI and we've got an what looks like an Air Dolomiti ATR 72 maybe, or a 42. It looks like a 72. I don't know, I'll have to wait until I get down there. They obviously look identical, the 42 and the 72, apart from their size. The 42 is just much smaller. But you can't really tell that from all the way up here. But it's cool that we have got some, you know, some GA, which we wouldn't have had if I hadn't installed those packs. Because obviously I only had like 2 packs before, and I'm fairly sure, I'm not entirely sure what that one is, but I don't think I had any jet installed previously. I think they were all propellers. I can't quite remember though. Right, we're approaching the runway now, getting quite close, so let's go down to 4,000. And that'll get ourselves in prime position for landing. We'd have to, you know, basically pass the whole airport and then land, but never mind. We've used, you know, 8% of the tank, so we have used quite a bit of fuel getting over here. I mean, how much fuel did it think we'd require to get over it? 90 pounds. And we've used 68 so far, so it looks like that's accurate, unlike some of the other planes in this game that are not accurate whatsoever. Cough cough, the 737-800. But claims to be like a normal 737-800 on fuel burn, but really isn't, for some strange reason. Actually, let's go down to 3,000, and that'll put us 1,500 feet above the airport. You know what? 3,500. That's a more sensible amount, I think. So there's the airport down there. We might get landing clearance at this point now, or quite close to the airport. There's the GA stand, so we'll probably taxi to parking then. Not anything else. It's a lovely little aircraft, this, and then obviously the next one will be a lot shorter. The next flight. This one's been quite long. Pushed back from the gate 26 minutes ago. Obviously I did start the clock slightly late, but it's saying 23 minutes. I think ProjectFly will take quite an accurate reading, doesn't it? Alright, that's the airport there, so we want to loop round to land on it. So we've just been cleared to land there. So I'll put it down to 3,000 feet now. Put down the throttle a little bit. So we've been cleared to land. I won't bank yet, because I've not got enough distance from the airport yet. We'll wait until we're at 3,000 at least. Yeah, when we get to 3,000, that's when I'll start my bank. I'll start the sort of like not a left, but like a small little left away from the airport, and then I'll start my turn. So we get to 3,000, because it looks like we are far enough away, pretty much now. So when we get to 3,000, when that little VS counter clicks over to 0, signifying that we're close. There you go. So that means we're pretty much at 3,000 now. So let's turn left and then bank to the right. Autopilot, you can come out. And I'll put the gear down. Maybe I could have done that on final. Not while we're banking, but I've already done it now, so oh well. And there's the runway, so we've timed it pretty well to be on course with the runway. It's quite a sharp turn, actually. Why is it beeping at me? That sounds exactly like the minimums warning in the 737. Why are you beeping at me, plane? Does it want flaps to be on or something? It better not. Oh, just a random beep then, I guess. So we're approaching the runway now. And we have, yeah, £87 I said we'd use of fuel. I was rounding it to 90 earlier. £87. We've used 79 so far, so it's pretty much exact. Obviously, I wouldn't like to put exactly £97 in the tank because it will be close on running out, which obviously you don't want. Don't want to run out of fuel in midair. Not a good idea. But we're approaching the landing strip. We're gonna touch down and then I don't know why I said landing strip. The runway. Touch down and then get down to our gate as instructed by ATC. Why am I getting another minute? This sounds exactly like it does in the 737. But like, why? I haven't set any minimums or whatever. Don't even know how to set minimums on this thing. Can you? I mean, like, it must be because we're connected to the NDB or something via GPS. Right, let's slow this thing down now, because as I've learnt, the brakes on this plane are shocking. Let's go idle. Oh, minus 266, not bad. It's better than I have done. So as we remember, this thing doesn't have any emergency, it doesn't have any reverses or anything like that.
Beach Mike Alpha Delta, exit runway when able.
There, so we've slowed down to a reasonable speed. We are going to have to actually taxi down to the whole end of the runway. So 27 minutes I'm getting, adding the 2 minutes onto that, 29 minutes I reckon is what the accurate sort of time is. And then it's just a quick 26-mile hop across to Ljubljana. Minus 266, absolutely lovely FPM there, not too bad in this plane.
Beach Mike Alpha Delta,
They'll just keep telling me that, and it's really silly because, like, where can I exit? Stop being silly. There's a little taxiway up here, and that's where I'm going to exit. So hello guys, and welcome to Klagenfurt, Austria. Next flight will take us into Slovenia. That was leg 16 of this tour, complete now out of 21, I believe. So we're down to leg number 17 is up next, down from here in Klagenfurt to Ljubljana. And after that, we've got 18 and 19, and then 20 and 21, and that's it. So, I mean, this series has been running for quite a while, but and we'll probably go to the next thing then, right? Taxi to parking.
Oscar Echo Mike Alpha Delta, taxi to parking. Beach Oscar Echo Mike Alpha Delta, taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Charlie Lima. Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway.
So as you can see, there is an air Dolomiti on the ground, and some sort of jet like GA aircraft. Not totally sure what it is. Point is, we're down. We've used what, 10% of the tank, maybe 9% of the tank, pretty close. £80 of fuel we've used compared to the estimate of 87, so pretty accurate on that. It's FSX. Is this our stand? Yes, it is. So why it's trying to get me to go like to that exact part of the stand is kind of odd. Go outside and park on the line in this thing because it's quite a small aircraft. Also less distance to push back later, because we will be pushing back in about 5 minutes. It's not long. So we'll just stop the aircraft here. Parking brake on. Engine 1 cut. Engine 2 cut. And that's it. So we can go ahead and stop the flight now. Picked up flight number 16. Thank you for flying with us today, it says. Just check the next leg, which is down to LJLJ. That's what the ICAO is. Right, complete flight on ProjectFly. Great. What was the flight? Block time 38 minutes. And the end distance was 74 nautical miles. Not bad. So next flight now. Just dispatch it for you guys. Right, I don't know why I'm saying you guys. It's just me in terms of dispatching a flight. So there it is, the next one that has been loaded into ProjectFly. So you guys should see it pop up on the display. There it is. Flight FCalp 17, callsign Skyways 17. Right, let's get this loaded in. So we're going from LOWK to LJ, which is Ljubljana. I think that's how you pronounce it. Find route. This is saying, let's just say 10,000 feet. Save it. 27 miles. About what I had planned. Right, start flying club flight. So there's a plane over there. That is a 72, I think. It looks like a 72. And I got our little GA aircraft part next to us as well. So looks like, what was it like, the flight across? It's not too hilly. So I'll set initial altitude of about 6,000 should be enough, I think. So, well, how was the fuel doing? 56%, I'll be absolutely fine on that. Estimated flight time, 8 minutes, 30 pounds of fuel we're going to need, so we've got plenty of fuel. Airport altitude, 1,300 feet. So, yeah, now we've done that little briefing, everything's all correct, yeah. I'll just do a quick check of the stream. Make sure it's running as it should, yep. Okay, guys, right, already it is nuts how quick these turnarounds are. Off, flight number 2. Right, well, I think we're departing south by the looks of that, so let's tally that.
Mike Alpha Delta with uniform. Request taxi to the active south departure. Beach Oscar Echo Mike Alpha Delta. Taxi to and hold short of runway.
I'm gonna have to taxi, like, back taxi down the whole runway again, aren't I? Yay!
118.1 when ready. Taxi to and hold short runway 28 using taxiway Lima Charlie runway 10 Beach Mike Alpha Delta.
Yay, I have to back taxi down the whole runway. No idea why I sang that. Just sounded weird. Like, really weird. No, whatever. Okay. At this speed, it would take us 9 hours to get to Ljubljana. Excellent. The wonders of air travel. I mean, you could do that in 10 minutes. Right. Throttle up. I'm probably going to use quite a high throttle going down the runway just to get it over and done with. Obviously, there is a bit of a higher taxi speed restriction on the runway. Because obviously an airport's aim is to get planes off and on the runway as quickly as possible. So, but we'll try and aid them in that. And towers on exactly the same frequency here, so it doesn't matter. So we'll go on to the left here, back taxi the whole way down, backtrack, and then we'll turn around and get on our way. Also, I haven't mentioned so far the stream, tomorrow is February the 29th, happy leap year everyone. I don't know whether that's a thing, but yeah. Only comes around once every couple of years, so why not? So we'll back taxi quite quickly here. Just want to get on with it, really. Is there like a place where we can turn around at the end? There is. I mean, I'm not even sure if you need it in this plane. This is probably a bit fast actually. The speed we're at currently, a little bit fast for taxiing. Maybe a bit, I mean, I know you should be quick, but maybe not that quick. Maybe more like that. Long runway here, so we'll probably try and use as much of it as possible to get as much speed as possible before taking off. Right. Let's request takeoff clearance.
At runway 28, ready for takeoff. Departure to the south. Beach Oscar Echo Mike Alpha
Boom and cleared, lovely.
Takeoff, runway 28, south, departure, approved. Cleared for takeoff, runway 28, Beach Mike Alpha Delta.
So let's get ourselves lined up on that runway. Initial power is set. And let's go, full power. Let's just do no flaps on takeoff considering it's such a long runway. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I think that's a bad idea. I don't know, we'll try it. It's a very long runway, so we can get some decent speed up. There. Probably the smoothest takeoff I've ever done in this thing. I'm not gonna lie there. And looks like the vertical speed indicator is going to get sorted out. It's not awesome, the vertical speed indicator, but you know, trying to get it right. Right, this turn left, and it is literally straight this way, and that's it. Not a long flight, this one, and start the clock there. We're only about 30 seconds late that time. Not as bad. Very short flight, this one. That's 2,600 feet.
Beach Mike Alpha Delta, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Actually, I'm going to contact the nearest airport, Ljubljana, number 2. And request a landing over there.
Tower, Beach Oscar Echo Mike Alpha Delta, 24 miles north to land. Beach Oscar Echo
And they're
Mike
saying
Alpha
runway
Delta,
31 we should
Tower,
use.
slide right downwind,
Which again is
runway
basically,
31,
it's not
altimeter
totally
295
in the opposite
to
direction, but it is partially
downwind, runway
in the opposite
31,
direction.
Beach Mike Alpha Delta.
Try and get through here, there's a little valley. That's what I'm going to try and follow. And we should come out with a sort of a sharp-ish bank. When we come out the valley, I'm going to turn left, start descending, and then turn back round to land. That's the plan. Who knows how well it'll work out? Hopefully well enough. But it looks like just going up to 6,000 is going to be enough. Turn left back here. Look at all the lovely trees. They look nice. So actually, how's the microphone doing? Hopefully the audio quality is still pretty good. Should be. Don't see any reasons why it wouldn't be. Turn left back here. So, how long is it now? I mean, how long? And there's actually a little break. Oh, we've got to get through there. I think we have. It's a bit of a wall. Looking at my GPS, we have to maybe turn to the right. I think turning to the left might be a better idea. And following this little valley. Like I can't actually see it, but there should be one. Not overly clear from here. Might be able to actually make it up if there's a little shallow bit here. I'll just try and climb as much as I can in this time. Up the vertical speed a little bit. We are going to lose quite a bit of speed, but it's going to save us a lot of time cutting around areas. 7,000 should be good. There's an altitude to get over this. Even 6,000 probably would have been, yeah, that's 6,500. Just that little, we just needed that little boost to get us over. That's helped us a lot. And we'll just stay to cruising altitude 6,400 for now, I think. And that looks like that's pretty much exactly the height of those mountains. And on the other side here we should see the airport. No, maybe I think there might be a little bit more to go still. It's still 14 miles, so it's on the other side of this area of hills even. My chair creaks so much, it's just silly. Looks like we're going to use a bit more fuel than planned on this leg. £30 was how much it said we would use. And we've already used 24. We'll probably backtracking down the runway, probably use most of that. So it's straight from here and then turn to the right. Got a plane up there. Can't see them. Too far away. But on the other side of here, we should see our airport. And we're hopefully heading in a direction where we're going to sort of cross the airport almost. Actually, let's have a look. So next episode, next time we do this, we're going to be flying from here in Ljubljana to Slovenj, also in Slovenia. And then from there, we're going to go on to Kapfenberg, back in Austria. So we're spending... And back into Austria, you know, we're only spending a short while in Slovenia. And there is our airport down there. And it looks like it is actually a decent size. Not a massive size, but it's decent. Right, let's get down to 4,000 feet now. Now we've cleared those pesky mountains. It looks like I'll be able to go straight from here into banking for the airport. Because of how I positioned the aircraft, I did look ahead. Right, it looks like there are space for passenger aircraft down there, but I don't see any aircraft. I don't think there are any down on the ground. No GA even. Have a look at what serves them. What serves them? Airports, LJ. They're served by EasyJet, Egypt Air, Adria Airways, Brussels Air, Finnair. They're served by a number of airlines. So I guess there just aren't any at the moment. Throttle down a little bit now. I can get ready to land. Because I need to try and, push that altitude down a little bit. Down to about 3,000. Much shorter flight this one than that other one. There's our airport, so there you go, just been cleared to land in fact. So like last time, I think when we get to 3,500, I'll start banking. Was it 3,000 last time or 3,500? I can't remember. 3,500 is what I'm going with this time because we are starting to get quite far away from the airport already. And I can turn almost. So again, like last time, just do it as soon as we hit 3,500. We're getting under 3,600 now, so I can do it now. And then start turning left here. And once again, autopilot can come out, and I then have control of the altitude as well. Should start to see the airport about now. There it is, popping its way into view. So we're on final now to land. Stream's approaching an hour, so because of that longer flight, the stream has been a little bit longer than usual, but nothing wrong with a bit extra mad chilly streaming. It's bonus. So we're getting ready to land here. So we're coming up to the runway now, and we can land nice and calm, no warning lights because the gear is down. That's what we want to see. And yeah, there doesn't appear to be any traffic currently here in Ljubljana, despite the fact that so many airlines, as we checked earlier, on the World of AI website, serve it as part of their AI packs. Quite strange. Dropping speed slightly. It's quite a long runway again, but there are taxiways off, so we won't have to back taxi like last time. Backtrack. No, just that's taking off. That was. No, we won't have to bother, taxiing down the runway for an age before being able to exit it. And there's the MIMS warning again that we don't, from memory, I don't think we normally have that. Try and make it smoother one than -266, which was still pretty smooth, but there's always room for improvement. -155. That is 5 FPM off the perfect sort of landing. Anything below 150 is very good. So -155. Pretty happy with that. And even despite the fact that there was a taxiway really soon, we still broke a bit too early. great landing, that one. -155 in a beach barren. Well, with this game, yeah. That's excellent. Right. Turn the GPS off. I can. Actually, let's get it. I've learned it's a good idea to undock a window before shutting it down, otherwise it can cause like a weird flashing at the top of the screen. Like a little white box flashing. You can't see it very obviously. Don't think it happened then, but it has happened to me before. It's just easier to undock it inside the window and then turn it off. Right. And that's it. Contact ground. And taxi to parking. Oh, look, they spell fan. The taxiways we're going on, that's quite cool. Well, anyone a fan of Mad Chili? Hopefully, if you're watching, you are. Right. So we're going to make a left turn here. Onto Alpha. And then somewhere we'll go on to November. It doesn't appear that there are any planes on the ground here. I would expect a bit more than that. What is GSX saying? Out of all the parking. There's 2 gates and neither of them are occupied. And out of the parkings, neither of them are occupied either. Interesting. So we're the only plane down here, despite the fact that so many airlines serve it, and Klagenfurt was a small airport and they had planes. Kind of odd. Must just be a quiet time. I don't know why there's always smoke / steam coming off the wheels. If someone wants to put down in the comments why on earth that happens, please can you? I'd like to know. Right, that's Tango, then Quebec, and then Papa, and then November. Crazy. So it's quite a long taxi down to where we've been assigned. And the plane could land in that time. Actually, I should have stopped the clock. I didn't. It was on 15 minutes when I stopped it. So what's that been? 13 minutes? 12 minutes? I don't know. Something like that. We used 36 pounds of fuel, so slightly more than it said we were going to use. So overall today it said 87 plus, what was it, 25? I think we used, it was 30 pounds. So I think we used pretty much exactly what it said. If you combine the 2 flights, it was slightly under on the first flight, slightly over on the next flight. We start with 65% of fuel in the tank. We've ended with 51, so we've used 14% of the tank. I don't know what it would take to use the whole tank. I used to fill it up fully, but then I've learned, well, one, it makes the takeoff a lot slower, and braking on landing a lot more dangerous, and 2, there is just no point. So I went with 65% today, but I could have gone with even lower, really. I could have gone with, well, 25% even, because we've used 15. I'd like to have a little bit of leeway, obviously, because as I said earlier, we don't want to be running out of fuel. But it is nice to have a decent amount of fuel on board, though, so. And here's November, so we'll brake and then turn right. Into the general aviation parking here at Ljubljana. I'm probably pronouncing it totally wrong, aren't I? I think it's Ljubljana. Ljubljana. I don't know, it's difficult. Well, here we are. Yeah, you want note on how to pronounce place names, don't come to me. Just saying. I will have less clue than you do. Right, we're turning left here. Part of the new graphics card. The processor can now work a little bit harder, so we can. I've got some vehicles that I've turned on for the airports because the game can now run that quite easily, which is nice. There's a plane up there. How long a taxi is it to our gate? I'm guessing this is our gate here, yeah? Yep. And not a plane in sight down here. Not a plane in sight. Nuts. I'm very happy with the -155 though. Very happy. Turn left here. And we'll park it down on the stand, and that is it for today. 1 hour and 6 minutes this stream has been so far, so much longer than our typical VFR streams because of that really long flight. As I said, nothing wrong with a bit of extra mad chili. Bonus! That's what I always say. Right, coming up to the little marker. Parking brakes on. Engine 1 cut. Engine 2 cut. Set this back to 6,000 because why not? And we can just quickly turn all these things off, basically, the avionics and all that. So we've now got a full shutdown on this plane. Turn that off. Stop Skytrack. There it is, F-count flight 17. Complete the flight on ProjectFly, whatever. Cool, 26 minutes block time. So at the end it was only like 12 minutes more. That other flights, but I thought it was a lot longer. Cool. Right. Now I've done that. See the map of where I've been today. I'm looking on ProjectFly. Okay. We can cross off ProjectFly now, actually. And stick that up. Right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm just going to go ahead and shut off Fsx now. Get everything crossed off that we need. Right, there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. 1 hour and 8 minutes. Wow. That's probably like a new record for these VFR streams. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. Also, actually, I'm quite interested. Put it in the comment section if you want. Would you like a separate playlist for this Alpine Valleys tour? I might do it anyway, but just comment on it. As always, just enjoy the rest of your week. I won't be streaming tomorrow as I am busy. We might be streaming the week after that, who knows. And in terms of the NASCAR heat streams, again, no, this week, next week, we're going to be racing the Coke Zero 400 at Daytona, 160 laps. So if you want any more details, go and check out my website. But apart from that, thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.